Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
I think your Peanut will be the Echo coming through. The first
wow.
time in a very long time here in the LCK. We played jungle, and it does give you a lot of stability in terms of team fights later on. If you can weather the storm in the early game, Peanut's farm, and like game one, Peanut is just kind of sitting back, hoping for opportunities like this one.
Yeah, well, there's the Gnaw back as Parallel Convergence comes down. Doran's going to get stunned up, and he's well and truly dead. That's first blood going over to Rich. It almost looked silly with the wallop placement, but we ain't going to judge him. The results speak for themselves. As speaking of results, that is going to be an equalizer down, but going to deter him whatsoever as he pushes another wave towards this turret. 30 CS is his lead. As Laning Phase certainly working out for him. Control ward cleared out by Blank in this 2v2. True Shot Barrage lands over both of the bot lane, and the Justice Punch misses. That's going to mean the end of the Kai'Sa. The sidestep from Dr. Zeus has to flash as it's a decent sidestep there on the Zenith Blade.
All right, well, we might actually see a Drake taken. Both teams seem to be allergic in this game, but Nongshim have enough control over the bottom side of the map right now. As KT look to group up for that next Rift Herald that spawns in 10. The actual window for Nongshim to actually steal this Drake away was pretty thin, but they made it happen.
Well, Vanguard's edge now onto Rich. He's looking to try and escape from this one. Manages to get the hop, but it's not going to be enough. Doran with the solo kill. This is the power of the Aurelia. Hits level 11 and takes down the Gnaw.
Yeah, that's one of those, you know, Blade of the Ruin King moments, too. You have the spike, you have this opportunity to look for a solo kill like that. It's part of the reason why she builds it first in these moments. You have that blow-up potential, and the second you see Nongshim are grouped on the bottom side of the map, sure, you lose the first Drake at 15 minutes, the Ocean Drake, but you're going to get a ton of side lane control. Like, look at where he is.
Well, here's the showstopper, but sometimes there's a Galio lying in wait. The flash is going to be used, but Gory, I think, is still just going to die. It's going to take him a while, though, and instead he just walks away. This is, of course, a support Galio. Noah turns up in the nick of time, flashes on over. That's the last couple of raindrops to take him down. That is going to be enough. Very close there, as Gory almost made it out, but not going to be so lucky. And KT, about a 2,000 gold lead now.
Yeah, and at the same time, you know, Doran was pushing the top side, was able to steal the Krugs away, and this is when the comp really starts to come online. Look at the wards across the map for KT.
Oh yeah, top.
This is actually the calls coming from Doran.
Yeah.
And he's a strong silent type.
In the meantime, Peanut gets a solo kill on Dove.
To execute, and they're doing it well. Now, the game is not over. They have a significant gold lead, but, you know, Nongshim have a kill lead. They have Drake advantage. But it feels like KT could pull this off.
Ooh, solo play comes down. Parallel Convergence for the double stun. Very nice. Noah already taken down. Doctor was tanking up the turret, and that actually worked out beautifully for them. Not able to take down the Galio as well. As now Gari is going to have to deal with the fact that this Rift Herald is taking his turret. Nice avoidance on the Harpoon. That is going to mean that Gori is going to be able to stay very, very safe. It is going to be a trade, though, 1-for-1, and they get the kill. So Nongshim pretty happy with the bleed, and I think that Nongshim understand it. They're not going to contest this. It is going to be the Infernal Soul this time around. It's going to take a while to get there.
Might actually snipe Noah when you do use that combo. Here is the group up. We are actually finally going to get a team fight this game, straight up.
Yeah. Gori is actually quite a long way away from this one. Doran's going to turn up well and truly in time. It's only 4 members of Nongshim here. Okay, Gori able to get himself over to the side of Peanut, locks down the Drake quite comfortably. There's the flash forward as Doran trying to go aggressive. The heroic entrance comes in for the showstopper to bring out the Akali. Gori is buying a lot of time, but what is the rest of the team doing? Not quite able to augment him at all, and Peanut has to take the blast cone. Does it alongside Rich. Not going to troll him in this instance, but that's 2 swift kills in trade for the Infernal Drake.
And that's what we're talking about with this composition. You can, once you just pull the trigger, it's like taking the throttle and putting it from 0 to 10 in one moment. You go in, you Vanguard's edge in, you have the paranoia, you can just simply collapse in, and Nongshim are going to struggle in those moments if they can't react quickly enough. And sure, you go over the line, you get the Drake, which is quite critical, but the consequence is you lose 2 members, and now you're probably going to lose a Baron.
Yeah. Wondering, you know, what sort of happened there to Nongshim, but we're going to have to hold that thought as Rich has to get himself out. Still, they are going to deny the Baron for the moment. 4-4 is the kill score. 2,000 gold the lead for KT. Still, it feels like this lead has really not taken too much of a change as Peanut diving on over. He's going to stop some backs here. Does not have the ultimate. That just came off cooldown in that moment, and that is going to make Peanut look a little bit silly.
Yeah, he just barely, he flashed because I think he thought maybe that was going to save him for 1 second, then he'd have it, but he doesn't have it. The timing there is really awkward for Peanut, and this is, again, the worst possible time to lose your jungler is when another Baron threat might come through. They're going to clear this so quickly. Pings go down as Noah's like, yo, I'm starting this. Blank's here. And Nongshim, they can't fight this. Paranoia's coming back up. Like, this is a lose-lose situation for Nongshim. You got to hope and pray.
Yeah, and they have to try and avoid this turn as well as the equalizer comes down. Vanguard's edge doesn't find a lot of joy as Paranoia finally comes in. Gari actually doing some decent work as the Haymaker eventually comes in. It's the double kill for Docdom as Kellen is buying a lot of time. Rich is going to save him. No, not quite. As Gari's going to turn up now. Dove with no spell shield though has to flash to get himself out of the way. That Mystic Shot is not going to land, and KT, they mess up the turn, and Nongshim still alive.
They mess up the turn, and Docdom is able to do an insane amount of damage. You're hoping, you're praying this Nongshim, you do get the fight you're looking for. You do have that miracle exchange, and now they're going to be able to take a Baron here. Watch, okay, we're going to go a little bit far back here to this Drake fight. You step over the line, you get the smite, sure, as Peanut, but that's when you go into a choke on your way out. Vanguard's edge is going to get so much value. Docdom can't do anything here. You see in live the Baron. In this particular case, felt like a little bit all over the place on that Baron fight.
Yeah, parallel convergence coming down here as Peanut just off on the flank. This should be able to guarantee the outer turret in the mid lane, and in the meantime, Rich is able to split on this top side. The Baron Duff minions just really difficult for KT to absorb. They don't have a lot of wave clear with this composition, right, as Blank is going to get slowed down, but the Zenith Blade is going to miss. Kellen's going to have to back away. Rich rotating over, seeing whether he can get into position for a potential 5v5.
All you got to do as Nongshim right now is stay grouped. Don't let anybody go off on the side. You don't want to be pushing 2 lanes in this case with this composition because you will get caught, you will get punished. You just want to stay grouped as 5 and push the mid with those empowered minions. Probably not going to be able to get an inhibitor here, unfortunately, just the nature of the beast against this composition from KT, but they're looking for it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's going down very, very quickly here as Docdom, with a couple of autos, is going to be able to do so.
Thorin is on another planet right now, by the way. He teleported all the way to the back.
That is one massive flank. I don't know whether he's going to get here in time, though, as the chrono break has to get Peanut out of there. Blank not going to be dead just yet, and yes, that huge flank is coming on through. Oh, the equalizer. I feel like it could have been so much better than that, as the Paranoia is pressed. But, you know, you have to have vision.
Docdom, yeah, you have to have vision. Docdom realized very quickly what was going on, backed away there. They realized, okay, somebody's missing. Okay, it's Doran. There's got to be a flank. It was a wide flank, too. It was very deep. You can actually see which ward he teleported onto. It's on the Raptor camp just north of the mid lane there. The base stats are pretty good.
Damage. Yeah.
I mean, all she's got is blade, steel caps, and the locket.
Yep. Also on theme, love it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Iron Solari. She, of course, has an Iron Solari skin. Oh, brilliant. Love it when a plan comes together. As Doran thinking about an opportunity to go in. Paranoia once again, pressed, heroic entrance. This is the wombo that we were waiting for, but the knockup not quite there onto Docdom. He gets into the stopwatch, and now he's still trying to get out. Dove finds another fear as Blank gets over the wall. Can Peanut be the hero, though, is the question. It's a triple kill for the Aurelia. Rich is at full health as Doran goes down into his GA. Dove trying to run away as Peanut gets a bunch of health back. It's KT with the man advantage, but it just doesn't feel like they have the damage. And Rich just locks down Doran and sends him to the death chamber. It's a double kill on the back end. It's a bit of a disaster, but it's fun
it really
to watch.
is. Dove has his Guardian Angel still up as well, but defending this is not going to be easy. He's going to have to deal with 2 pushes here. This might actually very well be just 2 inhibitors down. Dove's going to have to press the go button. He doesn't have Paranoia here. And he's just struggling to close the gap here on these ranged champions. And, I mean, actually hit as well. The Nongshim actually crushed this fight, and even still.
Yeah, Peanut looking for the stun, doesn't quite find it, but the position is still good. Equalizer goes down defensively. The chrono break, though, means that Peanut's going to be absolutely fine and makes it out as well, and they are just sniping Noah every single time. Dove this time stays in the fight, but it wasn't what he wanted to do. The GA is going to be burnt, his life as well. And now Nongshim, they can go back to the Baron if they would like to, but maybe they're thinking about going for a bit of a victory. Gari, you can see, still just hanging around here in the base.
This composition just doesn't work when you're behind like this and there's waves pushing down onto your Nexus turrets, right? But if there's wave control on the map non-stop, this comp just really struggles to do anything as KT Rolster.
Yeah, and it's just Nongshim not wanting to waste any time. Two-man now just to throw people away, but it's a lot of damage being done by Dorian before. He ultimately is just going to fall down blank. He's gone gold and he's going to see his death as the second Nexus turret will follow the first. The Nexus goes down and Nongshim, we were singing their praises at the beginning of the series, and at the end of game 3, I guess it comes to fruition, but KT made them work for it.
They certainly did. It was